Good morning, USA. I have a feeling that it's gonna be a phone review day. Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of phone reviews. I kind of wasn't sure if I'd even get to episode 2 because getting done with episode 1 and going into episode 2 is like one of the hardest parts. Well, the hardest part is starting with episode 1, but episode 2 is like the second hardest. Anyways, as I promised, this is a Samsung. This video is coming out later than I wanted it to, but still coming out during the week, so it counts. Anyways. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if you're curious, this is all the Samsungs I have. That's just Samsung. That right there. This is everything else. I actually have it organized by a brand. So it's like all the different brands are here. This is, where's the I don't know where the LG thing is actually. But it's like, some of these are LG. I don't know where the actual paper went, but anyways. This whole box is Samsung, but yeah. Anyways. Today we're going to look at one of the more budget models of the Samsung Galaxy lineup. And it is pretty bland, as you can see. Anyways, let's get to the point here. If I can move this out of the way. For this episode of Phone Reviews, we'll be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. Samsung Galaxy J7 Star, yeah! Alright, ignore that. That's, we're not going to talk about that. So, the first thing I'm going to take a look at on this phone is the design of the J7 Star. And this light is being annoying. Anyways, design. Okay, so if you can see, we're gonna look at the design of this phone. It's alright. I think it's actually pretty good. I don't mind the design. You know, on the top you got, I assume that's a microphone. On the side you got your volume up and down buttons, a SIM tray. On the bottom you have, I think, another microphone. Micro USB, that is a con, so that's why it's not gonna get full points. Headphone jack. Right there. Modern phones don't have that, so that's nice to have. And then you got your power on and off button and the speaker, and then on the front you got your home button, your apps button, your back button, giant screen. I don't know what the size of it is, but it is a massive screen. And then you got a camera, whatchamacallit, oh my god, what's it called? The call speaker something, I don't know what it is. And then on the back you have your camera and your flash, Samsung, and your regulatory information at the bottom. I don't hate the design. It is a little bit generic, but I don't entirely hate it. It's just, it's not perfect, but it's all right for what it is. So we're gonna move on to the display, and for that we have to turn the phone on. Okay, so the display of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star, which is powered by Knox, or secured by Knox. Same thing. I think the display it's alright. I actually say it's pretty good. It's not perfect. There are issues with it. Well, issues, quote unquote. It's not perfect. Like, it is only 60 hertz, but you kind of have to expect that for a model like this. I'm pretty sure it's not AMOLED either. It's just an LCD display, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, ignore the clock being green, by the way. Don't ask how that happened. I don't even know when I did that. No, don't open the camera. Oh, there's me. Hello. Anyways. Why did it do that? Whatever. Anyways. I love this camera to focus. Okay. Display is mostly alright. Let's check if it's at full brightness. It's actually not. Let's turn it up to full brightness. Oh, it's still not all the way up. Okay, there you go. Now it's all the way up at full brightness. This is a pretty bright display, I have to say. It looks pretty nice, actually, for what it is. Like, I don't hate it at all. So, next. Oh dear. This is where it gets a little bit iffy. We're going to talk about the software on this phone. The applications. So, the apps on this phone. Get this thing away from me. It's just in the way. I don't like that. There's nowhere I can really put it, though. I guess there would work. Alright. The software. It's okay, is what I'm going to say. We're going to open the camera. I'm going to have it go this way this time. It's alright. You know, like, the software, it is a little bit, like, laggy. That is part of the performance, but, like, the software on this isn't too terrible. It's just pretty basic, slow, as you can see. Wow. I have to give it the performance a lower score than I was going to give it at this point. Like, this is terrible. Anyways. Yeah, the software is mostly fine. The problem, though, is this is an outdated version of Android, and I think this actually runs One UI or something. But this is outdated. Modern apps likely will not work on this phone. So that's a problem there. Anyways, the next feature, quote unquote, we're gonna look at is the camera, which we just looked at. So we're gonna go back into that app. Here's the camera of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. I don't know how to feel about it. It's fine for what it is, but it's not amazing at all. I have to be honest. It's really not. Like, here is a recording on the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. You see that lag? Wow, look at that. I'm gonna have to give this even lower than when I gave it. Okay. So then how do I open the video? Okay, it should open it. Let's... Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, this phone is just a wee bit slow. Just a wee bit slow. You can literally see it, the video itself lags. I just pressed the speaker like 5 seconds ago. No, I just now did. I'm gonna have to give this camera pretty bad, actually. I was gonna be decent about it, but this camera is actually really bad, just because it lags and the quality also is not that great. This is not a good camera. And now we're gonna move on to a pretty bad part again, and that is now the speaker of this phone. Oh god. Essentially, there's, from what I know, there might only be 2 speakers, maybe even 1 speaker on this phone, and that's this one right here. If you cover that up, you essentially don't get any sound. There's no speaker down here or anything. That's a major problem. Listen to this, for instance. Let's play this. On the Samsung Galaxy J7. You hear that? Listen to this. You see that lag? Wow, look at that. I'm gonna have to give this even lower than what I gave it. See that? It's gonna do this every time. Here is Look what happens when I cover the speaker. What? Why did it just pause? Samsung Galaxy J7. You see that? Wow. I'm gonna give this even lower than I gave it. That's the only speaker on this phone, and even then, it kind of sucks. So yeah, that is not great at all. That's really bad. Overall, it's not looking good for this phone. The iPhone SE first gen was definitely looking a lot better than this. So, we're gonna go to another bad part for this phone, and that's the performance of it. Oh dear God, this is where it gets real bad. You can even just see from this video playing right here, the camera itself was lagging. If I go to do other things, like I just press the share button for instance, there, it only now pops up. I go home, there, I go home. But like, this is ungodly slow, I have to be honest. This is terrible. Some things load fine, other things do not load fine at all though, so that's the thing. I have games on here. Oh yeah, because I actually use this one a little bit, that's why. Like, let's open, I don't know, the phone. It doesn't actually perform as bad. It was just, originally, it was terrible. Samsung Internet. Email. Like, no, stop doing that. But like, yeah, if I go into the camera, for instance, go into the video, it actually has been loading a little bit faster this time. But like, you know, if I like were to like swipe through video stuff, for instance, actually it performs pretty well, I would say. At least for that. I don't know, it's becoming a little bit better, I feel like, at stuff. I don't know, though. Okay, maybe the performance isn't as bad. It's still pretty bad, but I'll have to give it a little bit of props now, since it's actually doing relatively decent. Let's try Google Maps and see how this works. Let me, oh yeah, this is where it struggles. Let's go to, like, Huntsville. Oh, God. Yeah, see, this is not great at all. This, well, okay, it's fine, but could definitely have improvements. Not Google Maps, but the performance of this thing. Go to the United Kingdom. Let's go to Manchester. I wonder how Street View would work. Does that even work on this? We're gonna find out. Tap a place, go to Street View. It's actually not performing bad, and I have to be honest. I thought this was actually gonna be worse. So yeah, okay. Alright, enough of the Street View. We're going to move on to the battery of this phone. Oh, I'm losing my voice. I'm talking too much. Anyways, the battery of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. So, the battery of this phone actually is pretty decent, I would say. It's one of the better batteries in a phone. Oh, don't do that. Get out. So let's go to device care, for instance. Battery. What's it doing? What's the N? Yeah, look, 1 day, 8 hours. That's not entirely wrong either. Like that is a bit of an exaggeration, but it can probably go for like another 18 hours plus, really, if you're not doing too much. So I think the battery on this actually is pretty good. That's one good thing about this phone. The battery is actually really good, because I use this phone a little bit. It didn't die that often on me. Like it was a good battery, but it is a pretty big phone at the same time. So yeah. Anyways, the last thing we're gonna move on to before the final thoughts. I'm losing my voice again. It's always right here where I lose my voice. We're we're gonna move on to the storage of the phone. And with that, we can just come out of here. Alright, storage. This is where it becomes a problem. Okay? Again. Wait, no. What did I just do? Go back. You only have 32 gigabytes on this phone. Not great. At all. It's actually pretty bad. Yeah, it's not great. You can manage it, definitely. It's just not great at the same time, like, at all. You would... Most people would probably... Well, some people would be fine, but I think most people would struggle to manage 32 gigabytes, especially if you're, like, taking a lot of photos and videos and have a lot of apps downloaded. It would become a problem. So, we're gonna move on to my final thoughts of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Star. So, this is a, oh geez, what year did this come out? 2018? I think this is a 2018 mid-range phone or budget phone. It might be one of the either. Anyways, it's fine for what it is, but I would not recommend getting it if you want to actually use this phone like a lot in 2025. Even then, even in 2018, I wouldn't have probably recommended this, because it's fine, but there's definitely room for a lot of improvements for the camera, the performance, the speaker, you know. There's some good things about this phone, definitely, though. Like, the battery is actually pretty decent. The screen, I like. The design overall is actually pretty decent, besides the speaker being right there. And what can actually happen with the speaker is, if you're holding the phone, you can accidentally cover the speaker. Like, that's like what I've done before. That's why, like, some videos that I recorded, like my older phone collections, because I recorded them with this, they kind of sound like really weird, because you can accidentally cover the speaker or the microphones on either end, and it would distort all the audio. But yeah, that is going to do it for this phone reviews video. I hope you enjoyed. I believe the next phone is yet another Samsung. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until then, peace.